Hello, this is Miho from Canada. How are you guys doing? I hope your mental and physical health are good and fit. So today I'm going to talk about ego. Ego is something that really disturbs you from getting happy feelings or happy life. Because ego really blocks all those elements of being happy. But why you have this ego and how you avoid this or get rid of them or release them. So in order to understand better, I use parent and child relationship for an example. And as a result, or end result is that it's so important to fulfill yourself with love. You need to really satisfy yourself first, look after yourself first, and you would understand why that's important. So let's dive into this relationship regards to ego. So the parent and child. So parent has these two main feelings inside. The ego and the love. When you're focused on love and it occupies the majority of the time with love, your relationship goes well. But if this ego comes up and it really occupies a lot of it, it really damages the relationship. And I've been there as a child, so I can really relate to this, resonate with me. So when you have these happy feelings inside, happiness is something that's really warm. It's really natural and at ease and peaceful, and you have this pure feeling towards a child that you really want to care for, and you really like the person, and you really want to make them happy, and you love to see them happy, and you appreciate the child, and it all comes out really naturally and really warm, right? Whereas the ego is something that you want to control the child. You feel like you have child as an obsession, like you own them. And when a child performs well, it makes you feel good in a way that you're good. So that you feel like that's your work is good. And on the other hand, if the child didn't perform well, you feel like you're inferior, so that you worry about what other people will think of you, and worry about what other people will think, so that you want to control, you want to drive your kids to perform well so that you feel good, right? And you don't trust people, so that you have this anxiety or worries a lot. And because you have these anxieties and extreme worry inside of you, you're not fulfilled. So in order to fill your heart, you want to control others, so that you have a sense of authority, sense of security by doing that. So those are the ego-driven actions. And it's all coming from the fear and unfulfilled being, yourself. And when you are operating from that fear, of course, child and parent relationship gets really bad. And it really painful for both ways, child and the parent as well. So because the relationship is really bad, so you fight all the time. and child don't listen to you, and the child start losing confidence or motivations because of that environment of ego, and they lose self-esteem or self-control, and overall they really suffer, right? And whereas on the other hand, that love, full of love, and the child feel it, this warmth and natural, love, and they feel really comfortable and ease and peaceful, so that they feel good about themselves, and they get really healthy mind, healthy, physical, and they feel really motivated, and they're independent, self-driven, and they trust themselves. They have a high self-esteem, and they have this kind heart, to feel what others feeling. And overall, the child gets really happy. And, it grows, the love grows in child's heart as well. So both parent and child have a great relationship, and they're in a good, the circle of love, right? So why this ego comes up? And this is the thing that it's been said by Dale Carnegie. He's a great author, and he says, only thing I know for sure is that I don't know anything, in that line. So this is something that you really need to keep in mind, because it's so true. There's so many things that we don't know yet. When you look at the big picture, the earth we are living on, the universe we are in, like little thing that we know, but there's so many other things that we don't know. We're discovering. And that's how we progress, how we came to this far. And 100 years back, when you show up with this smartphone, they will just freak out. You talk to people on this, device, right? And phone and the music. We just, we are progressing, and we will be, going forward. So having this idea of, I know a lot of things, I know a lot of, I understand everything, it's not really help you to get rid of ego. So in order to get rid of ego, you need to really catch yourself that you don't really know much about what's going on around the world. And sometimes you think, I'm doing this for the child, I'm doing this for my kids, but really, maybe you're doing for yourself because you're not fulfilled. You have this emptiness in your heart. So you need to stop and catch that yourself. So you don't need to use this ego behavior and make a sacrifice for yourself and your family or child. So that's what ego plays in a parent and child relationship. And even though you have no child, you understand the concept of ego, and it really put yourself far away from happiness when you have ego, because you're operating from fear and extreme worries. In order to fulfill, you try to control, you try to do things that make others feel really bad. Those things really prevent you becoming happy person. So you need to just catch that yourself, and you focus more on the natural feeling of love. So when you do that, you need to fulfill yourself. You need to really look after yourself and look internally, and just to check what kind of state you're in. Are you operating in a high state of being, happy and warm and natural, peace, or you operating a low frequency, low level of energy where you worries and the scared, all those negative feelings. So this ego is something you can release and get rid of and really lead you to the happy life. Okay, so see you in the next video and have a great day.